My name is Mary Miller, and I'm a writer and a visiting assistant professor at the W in Columbus. So I'm a fiction writer. I write novels and short stories, and I've published 3 books, 2 short story collections, and 1 novel. I also do a little nonfiction writing, but mostly just some essays, and it's not my preference. But yes, so fiction. My novel called The Last Days of California, and it came out in 2014, so a little over 3 years ago. And yeah, well, I was here today in Miss Sherry's class with Write for Mississippi. A friend of mine who is also a writer, her name's Katie Simpson-Smith, has just started this program, and writers are going into high schools and kind of conducting workshops, and yeah, I think it's just a way for her to integrate writers more into the communities and for students to actually meet working writers. And so yeah, I was here today just meeting with Sherry's class about that, and we workshopped maybe 10 or 15 stories and poems, and yeah, we just talked about each other's work and had a great time. Writing is a very solitary profession. You sit in a room by yourself in the quiet, and that's how most people work best. Some people do go to coffee shops, but for the most part, yeah, it's a very solitary profession, and you can only do it by yourself. But yeah, I have met so many people in the community, both online and in person, from going to festivals and being on panels and conferences, and it's a way to make friends really all over the country and the world as well. I have a writer friend who lives in India, and I've never met her, but we've talked online for about 8 years, and I read her work and she reads mine. So I think it really, if you stay with it and get involved, that can be, I would have never known anyone in India unless I was a writer and she was a writer, and we found each other by reading each other's work. So I think, yeah, it can really expand your boundaries, definitely outside of Mississippi and even outside of the country, and write. And that's also sort of the hard answer, because lots of people would rather watch TV, and I understand TV's really good now. But just to read a lot of books, and to, you can start writing, start just with emulating your favorite authors or your favorite books, and try to slowly develop your personal style and a voice that seems comfortable and familiar to you. But yeah, the way to become a writer is just to continue doing it, to write, and the rest of that comes from there. Yes, gosh, so much advice, mostly read and write. Be a good member of the community. Reach out to other writers that you like and tell them that you like their work. Submit your work for publication. If you're rejected, don't take no for an answer. Submit again, submit somewhere else. So just stay, I was describing to the students today to just be persistent and to stay with it. And like anything, if you're going to be good at it, it's going to take a lot of hard work and persistence, but persistence is really, the big one. I think it's important just to expose teenagers to lots of different potential career paths. So, we didn't talk about, I do some editing work as well, but as a teacher and as a writer, I wish I had met, different people, and I received a lot of benefit from it. I don't have access to high school students. I don't really meet them very often, and to see what a classroom looks like in 2017 and what the students are like, what they're talking about. And yeah, for the students, I think to have a writer come in and just talk to them about their work and to read their work and to give them some positive feedback and encouragement is really meaningful, or at least I hope it is. But yeah, so I think it's definitely valuable on both sides. So one thing Katie said is that it's an opportunity for students to see writers in action and to reinforce the idea of the arts as a viable profession. And I think that's a really, really great way to put put it. I don't think students really think that being an artist, which is, a writer or a painter or a musician, they don't see any of the arts really as a viable career goal. And Katie is putting actual working writers into the schools who are, making at least part of their living from writing and actually making a living at it. So I think it is, interesting for students to see that it can be done, and that, if this is their dream to be a writer, then they can also do it, just to know that there are others out there working in the field and doing it.